Hello, welcome to Philosophy in Tengo No Philosophy, episode 521. My name is Marco Antonio, and today we are going to read on to Human by Friedrich Nietzsche. I'm going to practice my English, and I hope to get better with the pass of the days. It is still a long way from this morbid isolation, from the desert of this experimental years to that enormous overflowing certainty and health which cannot do why doing it illness in self and an instrumental one with hope of knowledge to that much freedom of the spirit which is fully as much self-mastery and discipline and the heart, and which permitting bands to many opposing ways on top. It is a low way to inner spaciousness and cossetting on and superaba damned on precludes the year that the spirit might lose ipsen for on its own pants and fall in lap at este book into Seitek in Sangnuk. A low way to that extent vivid healing reproducing revaluing power the very saying on green health and and excess that gives the free spirit the heroes privilege of being permitted to live experimentally and to offer itself to adventure the privilege of the master free spirit in between may lie low years and convalescent year full of multicolors painful magical transformation governed and led by a half will to health will which already often dares to dress and this guys itself as health. There is a middle point on the way which among habits of faith cannot remember later without being moved. A pay, fine, light and sunny happiness are characteristics of it. A feeling of a like freedom, verkelijk perspective, verkelijk arrogance, claro, chords sang thing in which curiosity and atender contemplar arc united. A free spirit this cool terms is suited in the stink almost warning no longer chained down by Getrick and lamp one lips without voluntarily farm most preferably sleeping away avoiding flattering going flying at work again. What is spoiling like anyone who has ever seen us enormous multiplicity and one beckons the antithesis and those who trouble themselves about things that do not concern them. Ending now the free spirit concerns itself only with things and how many there are y cuántas hay and how many there are with no longer trouble hing yes which no longer trouble hit. Okay. Another step onward in convalescence, the free spirit agent approaches life slowly up course, almost recalcitrantly, almost suspiciously in groups or workmark around in agent yellower as it were a feeling and fellow feeling gaze depths mile breezed all kind pass over him. He almost felt as if his eyes were only now open to out his neck. His amazed and seemed motionless. Where have he been? Question. This near-hand near-apes sipped how they seem to Jim transformed. What magical flag they had acquired in the meantime, he glanced backwards gratefully to his travel, to his severity and self alienation to his far of glassed and berg flies into cold hands. How would he would no state and on home with Hilsen the whole time like andal pamper loafer. He was beside Hilsen. There is no doubt about that. Only now does he see Hilsen and out surprises. Claro, on course, surprise he finds dark out a try terror. One moment, please. What happiness even in weariness, in the whole illness, in the convalescent relances, how he likes to sit still, sufferings, spinning, pleasure, or to lie in the sun. Who understand as he does the happiness on winter, the sun spots on the whole. They are the most grateful animals in the work. The most modest to do this convalescent and scrollers had way but to lie hanging. There are those at Monday who lives no day pass without hands and little some on press on its trailing head. And to speak seriously, all pessimists the inverted bill on whole idealians and layers, as we know, is seriously cured by falling ill in the way this free spirit do staying in for a good while and therefore even longer becoming healthy. I meant years. No, I mean healthier. There is window, practical window in wing over a long periodic on time events games instead is administered only in small doses. Okay. About that thing it may finally happen. Sorry. About the sign illumination of a still and turbulent still child staying up hills that up the free spirit ever freer being to unveil the mystery of that great separation with until then have waited impenetrable questionable almost unapproachable in his memory, perhaps for a long time he hardly dared at Hilsen. We know why so a park so a long question, renouncing everything I admire, even admiration. A question why this severity, this suspicion, this hatred of virtues, a question but now dares to has it loudly and already heard something like an answer. You had to become your own master, and also the master of your own virtues. Previously, your virtues were your master, but they must be nothing more than your tools, along with your other tools. You had to gain power over your foreign agents, and learned how to have them out or think them in according to your higher purpose, purpose. You had to learn down all estimation have perspective to learn this displacement, distortion, apparent teleologic or horizon, and the intellectual damage that it refork or agents exacting a payment. You had to learn to grasp the necessary injustice in every foreign agent, that life itself indeterminate by perspective and injustice. Above all, you had to see clearly the problems of hierarchy, and how power and justice and breadth on perspective grow at weight together. You had to enough. Now the free spirit knows which thou shalt. He has obeyed and Oslo what he now can do, what he only now is permitted to do. Page number 7. That is how the free spirit answer himself about that mystery of separation, and he ends by generalizing his case to decide that about his experience, as it happened to me. He tells himself so much it happened to everyone. And in you thanks what to say for think form and into the work, the secret power and necessity of this talent will Joel sway within and among his various destinies, like an asymptomatic pregnancy, long before he has looked the tank himself in the eye or knows its name. Its name, our destiny commands us, even when we do not yet know what it is. It is the future which gives the rule to our present, granted that it is the problem of hierarchy which we may call our problem with free spirit. Only now in the noonday of our lives do we understand what preparation, detour, triumph, temptation, disguise were needed before the problem was permitted to rise before us. We understand how we first had to experience the most numerous and contradictory condition and misery and happiness in our bodies and souls as adventurers and cercana navigators on the inner work which is called a human being, penetrating everywhere almost without fear, scorning nothing, losing nothing, suffering everything, until we finally could say with free spirit, here is new problem, here is low ladder on just Ralph. We ourselves has an climb and which we ourselves are at one time. Here is a hired, a dear bird, a below us an enormous law on the rig, a hierarchy with here is our problem. Number 7, finish it. Okay. Okay. Very good. I think for today we will leave in here. We stay home page number 8. We will see it again tomorrow. Already you know yourself, have a low on faith, and please be happy See you tomorrow. Bye.